Hello everyone and welcome to a very special episode of Let's Play Sonic Adventure 2. I'm your host, VGMKoren, and this is the start screen because I want to show you something. You might see that I have 12 emblems here, and this was one of the files I was playing on. This is another file with 12 emblems, and this is a third new file with 9 emblems. Yes, if you can put 3 and 3 together, or just 3 together actually, you can figure out this is my third time playing through the entire game up to this point in order to try and capture these 3 episodes. Now, for some reason, the Let's Playing gods have been angered, and for some reason, actually this is the 4th time because my last recording failed, oh my god. The Let's Playing gods have been angered, and for some reason, either my audio dies, or the graphics dies, or Zeus comes down in a goose form and cockslaps me until I can't record anymore, and I just end up trying to record this episode over and over and over and over and over again. But it never works, but I say no. I am going to record this episode whether the universe likes it or not. As you can see, we unlocked kart racing last time because we chased down the president in Tails' car and then found out that Eggman was, in fact, on the Eggman-shaped space station. Who knew? And Knuckles, was in a mine and then came out to the sewers of the city in the sky. And now he's with the group. Hooray! And here's what Tails has to say about all this.
My name is Miles Proud, but everyone calls me Tails. We rode in the president's limo, and guess what? We found where Eggman is hiding. Eggman and his buddies are in the space colony, Ark. The next step is to find Eggman's secret pyramid base, somewhere in the desert. Got it. I'll go first and find the entrance.
Oh yeah, and now we're in the desert. For some reason. Oh wait, it's because Knuckles said that he saw Eggman in the desert when he was flying around blowing up his Master Emeralds. Because that's generally speaking what Knuckles does. I'm pretty sure he does that in basically all of the 3D games. Okay, I guess actually it just gets broken in Sonic Adventure, which wouldn't that unleash chaos, or I don't know. Maybe I should just play Sonic Adventure instead, and then I can have some nice, relaxing fishing levels. Anyways, onto the stage. As you can see, this level is mostly about dynamite and blowing up stone Eggman faces. And they go boom. And of course, as always, if you want to go through the stage quickly, the best thing to do is to just hammer on that Vulcan key as fast as your ears can allow it. If you want to actually score well on any of Tails' stages, and I've said this repeatedly, all you really need to do is hold down the attack button until you lock onto 3 or 4 things at a time. Basically just do those little spins in the air is probably the best. Grab the penguin, of course. And then let your homing missiles fly, because even if they disappear and those enemies explode, for some reason you often get the points for it anyway. It's a great time. This level is actually kind of cool in that it has destructible environments, which was not the easiest thing to do when the game was made, which was late Dreamcast era. One thing I really haven't talked about is that this was kind of the swan song for both the Dreamcast and Sonic as well, in fact. A lot of people theorize that this was originally intended to be the last game in the series because the Dreamcast was dying. Sega decided to, no, why did I fall? Everything's bad. But at least I have some cats. Okay. Alright, camera, I think we're going over here. But yeah, this was theorized to be one of the last Sonic games, or at least intended to be one of the last, because no one knew what was going to happen to Sega after this. I love how Tails just sits there in his car when he dies, and doesn't use the fact that he has 2 tails that he can fly with and wriggle his butt around on. And yes, I will show that off in the Chow Garden. I don't know, he just sits there and takes it like a man to die, I guess. But yeah, no one really knew what was going to happen to Sega and Sonic. And as it turns out, Sonic, of course, went on, but there are a lot of signs that point to this maybe being the last game in the series, and in fact, I kind of wonder if the reduced quality and the significantly reduced stage count from Sonic Adventure is because they ran out of time and development money and were just trying to release the game. But who knows? I would love to talk more about that, and I actually will, especially at the end of the game. But for now, let's talk about these robots of Eggmans. As you might have noticed, whenever I blow them up, I get animals. This is a reference to the Genesis games where all of Eggman's robots, wow, blank, were infused with animals. instead of actually, you know, the goo that gun uses. So that's a really nice little thing to notice about this game. And yes, for some reason you can shoot through walls. Oh. And you also might notice that a lot of Tales' stages, and this is actually true of Sonic in general, reuse the same room assets repeatedly. This is actually really interesting because one of the reasons that the Sega Sonic team has said that they don't make a fully Sonic-focused game is because they would have to design too much. Yet here we have, you know, old levels that clearly reuse the assets again and again and again. And oh my god, I got through Tales' stage without anything horrible happening. Alright. I think this is going to be a 2-stage recording because I am just too damn scared that things are going to explode if I don't. Now, one thing I really want to show off that I keep forgetting to show off is Tails' flying animation in the Chow Gardens. Because this is what I was talking about with butt wriggling. That's not a good thing to say coming into an E-rated game. Anyways, you can fly indefinitely, and as long as you do, Tails will gyrate his ass in front of you. You could just stare at it for hours. Oh, I'm falling, but that's okay. We're going to go in here. Now, another thing I haven't really talked about is Chow tendencies. You can make Chows both evil and good. And it also really depends on how you treat your Chow with certain characters. For example, this Tiger Chow, he is adorable, he is cute, he is turning white. Now, why might he be turning white, you may ask? Well, because I have been nice to him with the hero side. But this Chow over here, whenever I find it, there it is turning black and growing wings because I have been nothing but purely evil to it with the heroes. And this actually applies in reverse with the dark side characters. If you're nice to them, it will make your Chow evil. If you are mean to them, it will make them good. So, as it turns out, secret spoilers, look at this evil grin, I was trying to do this all along. Yeah! Look at that, I am making sure that eventually...
Everything will be okay.
No, nothing will. It's actually surprisingly hard to grab these things. I've been trying to make this Chow evil all along. See, it wasn't just pointless, senseless violence. It was kind of pointless, senseless violence, if I'm being honest with you. But here we have a Sonic stage, thank God, because seriously, it has been 4, maybe 5 stages now. The last Sonic stage is stage number 5. I think this is stage number 11. It's been like half the game since we played as Sonic. That is actually really weird to think about. This is the biggest thing that I can really knock Adventure 2 for, is just the overwhelming lack of Sonic. Sonic Adventure 1 also has multiple playable characters, but the number of Sonic-type stages is 50%, and then the other stages are the other 50%. So you never play anyone or have any other playstyle nearly as much as you play Sonic. And in fact, Sonic just has a lot more stages in that game than this one. So that's a really interesting thing to take note of. Here we have the Bounce Bracelet, which is the most wondrous weapon in the game. You can use it to bounce on enemies. You can do a triple tap bounce and you will go higher, but if you hit anything, you will reset your bounce multiplier? I don't know. Am I going to make it? Yes. And you can also use it to just bounce on Chow non-stop. Anyways, there's a simple key feature which would go on to be featured as Sonic 2006's defining trait. I kid, but really, if you've played Sonic Adventure 2006, you know... I'm sorry, Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. I'll compare it more to Adventure later, but yes, that's a bomb power-up. It blows up all enemies in the area. But you will be used to the fact that you will have to put up with Sonic's run animation with something in his hands, usually a girl, quite a bit in that game, if you can actually stomach playing it. And yes, that ghost, that incorporeal being, just grabbed me. That is what it did. You did not imagine it. Ghosts grab you in this game. No one knows why. no one really cares why. But that's what they do. And here's this run animation I'm talking about. Oh god, it's so bad. And especially once you hit a boost, it's just ugly as hell. And for some reason they decided that was a good idea. Now, I guess I should actually talk about this. I do feel like Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 is Sonic Adventure 3. Now, I know a lot of people are going to scream and rage in the comments, but think about it. It features multiple playable characters, even if they're all hedgehogs. It features an overworld map. It features a bunch of different missions for each level. It's Sonic Adventure 3. It also features horrible optimation and load times, which this game does not suffer from as much. But the comparison is there to be made, and I honestly think it's a really strong comparison. Which is also really unfortunate going back to the Adventure series and thinking about this. But, you know. Oh, I really hope that Audacity is still recording my footage, because this has actually been a pretty great run. This level, I guess I haven't really talked about the fact that it uses a lot of doors and ghosts, and that's kind of the most open of Sonic's stages, but there you go. I have now covered those things in brief. And we have another life. I love grind rails. I think I've spoken about this before, but I can't remember if it was in footage that got destroyed and just eaten or not. But I love grinding. I think it's a really great mechanic for Sonic games, and the later Sonic games that have Sonic stages with grinding rails make it one of my favorite mechanics. I actually think that, and I know I'm going to get crap for this, but Werehog's Sonic stages are great. Sonic Unleashed, that is. And with that, we have cleared Mission 1, and actually, I'll give myself this. This is by far the fastest I have cleared these two stages. I think I've cut 5 minutes off my total time from the first time I recorded. And I'm not sure that's a good thing, but
Looks like we're heading toward the center of the base.
That egghead sure loves mechanical things, doesn't he? I'll bet he has 1 or 2 spaceships lying around here somewhere.
The door's locked. We need a key to get in there.
No problem. We can find it. Right, Knuckles?
What? Why do I have to find the key?
We're counting on you, buddy. The world's greatest treasure hunter.
that's right, Knuckles gets to do something useful to the plot. It's amazing. You get to find the 3 gate keys. That's right, not emerald shards, gate keys. Now, the first time you play this level, you want to immediately come to the right here and pick up giant magnets for your fists, also known as the hammer gloves. Increase your punch attack power. Now break iron containers with just a punch. And thanks, Omachow. Thanks for saying what I was already saying. God. But no, that is actually the exact purpose of them, and now you get little fist trailies of light whenever you punch things, which I think is a suitable upgrade. Alright, so I have absolutely no idea where the emerald's going to be, but that is a giant floopy ghost, and I adore that. So let's go ahead and just start exploring the Knuckles stage. Now, I've actually managed to complete this stage twice now, in reasonable amounts of time, so I fully expect this to just kill me. I expect to be here for an hour, at least, maybe 5 hours. Hey, there's a key. Well, okay, great. Let's just start running. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and use up a hint. Hello. E. Okay. That is actually a reference to I can't remember his name. Basically a E102, maybe? Omega? I don't know. He's a robot that you play in Sonic Adventure 1. And he basically has Machine's Path. This seems like I'm going the right way then. He basically plays like Tails does now, except his combos are much more important because path to the green room. I think we're going that way. Yes, we are. Of course, not sure if this is entirely the correct way, but hey, we'll figure it out. This is honestly the best thing to do for Knuckles stages until you have these paths memorized. Otherwise, it's just going to take you forever to find these things. I passed it. Wait. Okay. Okay, Mr. Emerald. I see what you're doing there.
I can't.
You can't? No. Wait, is it? Yeah, it's right up there. And hey, E01. So that actually wasn't a reference to the robot, that was just the game. But yeah, Tails' gameplay, except instead of comboing Angel's Ring, was our hint there, which makes no sense to me. Instead of comboing, you got more time for killing enemies, and in fact, one of the more difficult things to do was to beat his stages without running out of time. Actually, Sonic Adventure 1 has more varied gameplay than Sonic Adventure 2, which is really kind of weird when you think about it, because Sonic Adventure 1, it has more gameplay, and I don't know. That's just kind of how it is. I can't remember if it's any more balanced than this game is or not. And with that, we have completed a third stage, which, shockingly, that took no time whatsoever.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Which means that I may as well... Did I pick up a Chao Key? Did I pick up a Chao Key? Because if I picked up a Chao Key, then we're not moving on.
Huh? Who's there? What the... A ghost?
I like how Knuckles has been dealing with ghosts this whole time and only now gets upset. This is King Boom Boo, and this is an extremely tedious boss fight. Hooray! Let's go for it. Now, the thing you want to do against King Boom Boo is not that at all. In fact, I think I may be dead. Oh, no, I'm not. Wonderful. Alright, so leave as many rings as you can in the center there. And wait for him to do any sort of attack, and then punch his ghost friend in the behind. Then he's going to go into the ground, and you are going to need to chase him, stand on him so he stops moving, because that's apparently what ghosts do, and then just sprint for his butt and mash it until you can't mash no more. Now, you can only ever get one hit off on him. Even though it looks like I'm closing in there, I will never be able to get a second hit. That's kind of actually what makes this boss fight tedious, is that you figure out what exactly you're supposed to do almost immediately, and from then on, it's just a matter of repeating it until the game is satisfied with you completing it several times over. Anyways, he's stopped, so that's a good chance for us to go get ourselves another Flomptity-Floop. Anyway, second time, he will get on the wall, which I guess is slightly different. Glide if you want to get there faster. Same actually here, and then just chase him until time runs out. Actually, fun thing, if you decide to go the opposite way, he will turn around right before you are able to reach him. You cannot hit him twice. Alright, so halfway through King Boom Boo. Oh god, he's going to eat me. I mean, what is with the rainbow tongue? That's probably the most interesting thing about this boss fight. And this attack just goes on for a good 30 seconds or so, and then he'll throw fireballs at you. I don't think he's vulnerable. Nah, he's not vulnerable whenever he's throwing fireballs. You have to wait for him to stop and to do his flame breath attack. Which, like many video game bosses, the first time you get hit by that, sure, that's fine. Why would you ever repeat that again? It's actually kind of why video game bosses can bug me sometimes. Anyways, let's dig him out of the wall once more and go punch his boo-anus. Bet you didn't come in here thinking you were going to hear the words boo-anus, did you? Banus. If Audacity hasn't recorded this episode, I think I'm going to cry and curl up and just die a little. Alright, so one thing you really need to be careful of, especially in the last phase of this fight, is he will turn around way faster, and he will also go way faster. It's extremely easy, and this is part of the reason why the boss fight can be tedious, is it's so easy to die on this guy in his last hit because he now is a little bit faster than you. So just keep that in mind, try and keep those rings around as long as you can, and then just wait for him to do his attack, and eventually, just with patience, you will eventually get your chance to finish him off. Or not. Or not. There we go. And here we have exposed him to light one final time. I think he may actually stay on the ground for the last one, but he is much faster than he is the first time, or something. Anyways, with one final punch to the boo anus, the boo explodes. That's right. Punch ghosts in their anuses and they'll explode. That's the only takeaway I'm giving you for this. Alright. And that rewards us with... Why would Eggman have a spaceship lying around?
That was pretty rough.
We did it! Let's go, Amy!
You little thieves. Did you really think you're alive?
Come and get some, Eggman.
Sonic!
Just leave it to me.
This time, I'll take your lives as well as the Chaos Emerald. I call on you to destroy these pests. Come out, my servant.
I Am the Eggman might be the greatest song in Sonic Adventure history. And here we have the Egg Golem. But with that epic intro, it's time to pause and to recollect and think about all the things that we've learned today. First of all, apparently Eggman was not in fact on the space station. He was still in the pyramid, even though they traced his signal to the space station. So apparently he went to space, blew up the laser, came back down just to fight us here, which does mean that there must be a spaceship here, which why would anyone do that? Anyways, in the next one, we will defeat the Egg Golem and listen to some more I Am the Eggman, because that is a great track. I'm going to go see if Audacity has made me want to kill myself. But if it hasn't, then I hope to see you in the next one.